Two-man game, TMG, get the news fast, AMG, game of two boxes. Name two boxers that hit as hard as this. Yeah, we're cutting to the truth, no, there ain't no narrative. Eyes up on the cup this year, hear the stadium erupt this year. For my team, TMG.
The video. We'll catch up anyway.
Yeah, I think he's like found like his team now. All the signings are basically his now. And, like we've got a settled team and like we've got an identity now. Like, we actually play a certain type of way. We're kind of on the front foot now. We like to press teams and we like to play with possession as well. So I like everything I'm seeing.
The arc of Arsenal on this pod. You know, I was an Arteta out guy from time that 2 months where he didn't win. I wanted that guy gone.
This season, yeah.
But you know, give him time. Looks good.
You see what he got? Were you on the Arteta approval rating? Or the Josh Arteta approval rating?
Yeah, it's what it is. If you can get top four, it's all about achieving results, as he said. You know, Arsenal have been playing good football for years. You know, didn't get the results. If you can get the results, you know, I don't care. Just make sure you get us to fourth.
It's a results driven.
Yeah, regardless of what you've done. Bygones be bygones. No one's going to care about last season if you achieve the results this year. Obviously now it's all his own players, so you know I don't expect any more complaints. I just hope, you know, with a better team this year.
What do you think is realistic for us though?
I think going forward, well fourth right now. You got it depends on what Man United do, on what Spurs do. Spurs without Son, I don't think there's much. He's gone to the international break. That's fine. Then you got West Ham. They're so inconsistent. Like, and then you got Man United. And then with Man United, do they really believe Arsenal should really finish fourth?
Yeah. I'm slightly scared of Spurs because of Conte. Like he knows how to win and what to do to get results. Like even if it's 1-0, he'll do that from now to the end of the season. So,
but the thing is, I saw them against. Chelsea, I wasn't impressed. I was not impressed at all. Anyway, let me ask the quick questions before we delve into the topics. Ronaldo or Messi?
Messi.
Klopp or Pep?
Pep.
Prime Liverpool, Prime City?
City.
Ali or Mayweather?
Oh shit. I have to go with the money, man.
How many guys have gone Mayweather, Melo?
Not many.
Not many.
It's about 5 or 6.
5 or 6, you're in a minority. Jordan.
Hey, the minority is correct.
We're gonna talk about. I should have talked about Mayweather today, and in accepting those bogus fights now. It's fighting celebrity. Jordan or LeBron?
Bron all the way. That's not even a competition.
Wow, come with that Nate energy.
That's not even a competition.
I'm gonna have to get him on the panel for the episode 75.
Alright, it's a mad. Warriors or Nets?
But right now, Clay's back in it.
Can't read that, bro.
Warriors with Clay back. Warriors. If he wasn't back, let's say what was it 2-3 weeks ago, Nets. But with Clay back.
With Clay back.
Yeah.
KD or Giannis?
Nigeria, Giannis. Come on, man.
And a new one. Who's gonna win the AFCON this year?
Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria again.
Nigeria, come on.
And your first love? Football, basketball, or boxing?
It's football. It's not even football. It's Thierry Henry, man.
Thierry? Is he better than Arnie? Oh no.
If you had asked me this when I was 10 years old, yes. But looking back at it, R9 was a monster.
It was a monster of injuries. It was a monster of injuries.
No, but that level of talent, I don't think I've seen that since or before.
You don't think Messi and Ronaldo, CR7 are...
Messi, don't get me wrong, Messi's a good dribbler and he's definitely a better player than him. But in terms of just like the eye test and watching the game, I enjoy watching R9
more than you do.
Probably the only other player who I enjoy watching above R9 is Dino.
I think Ronaldinho has the streets in terms of enjoying the what.
Because he came out. His prime was pretty much when we were like first aware of the game at a good level, and he came out with YouTube. R9 is the main protagonist for YouTube, like, especially from the sports side.
Messi.
Like, I don't think they gave him a deal. Like YouTube owe him a lot of money. Like they owe him bucket loads of
Messi's
money.
the most entertaining guy I've ever seen play
No.
He's the most efficient.
Yeah.
But he's you know, flair wise, there's guys like, you know, I used to like to watch Ozil play, just flair wise. Those guys that were, it's normally 10s which will bring the game to life.
Yeah, Messi. Is
Like even for Van der Vaart, when he was at Spurs, there was a time where I was like, oh, I can see like your ideas and how you play.
Messi basically is a 10 anyways.
Messi's a 10. You know, it's very for strikers when they're entertaining. You know, they're entertaining. I see the only player really of this modern ilk that's quite entertaining is Neymar, isn't it? And you know,
Now you got Vinicius.
Vinicius has got a flair.
Yeah.
That's how
Hazard was entertaining, to be fair.
Hazard was.
He didn't really use like tricks like that, but he was entertaining.
It's because he could the dash, the drop of the shoulder. Right now we've got efficiency merchants everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, we've got Salah efficiency. Mane's entertaining because he doesn't know what he's gonna do next. That's
You don't know. You don't know.
He doesn't.
He doesn't know. We don't know. He just does it, innit? It's just Mane, but you know, it is what it is. Talking about football, we wanted to talk about Premier League Team of the Year. But I guess the ongoing moments, the COVID crisis. How do you feel that the Premier League's handling COVID at this moment in time, with the postponements and such?
I think they're doing the right thing because purely based on the variant, like it's not killing people the way the old one was. So I want to be entertained, and I don't want to be at home on lockdown doing nothing, no entertainment, nothing to watch on TV, nothing, no sports, nothing. So I get why they want to continue, and with the postponing individual matches, I think it's fair in the short term, but in the long term, it will impact the way the league looks. Because obviously, you got guys with like teams with like 3-4 games in hand, so then the league doesn't really reflect what
Where
it
the
should.
people are.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, as a paying customer, I want to see football, and that's what they're giving me, so I can't complain.
Do you feel like some teams are taking advantage, like with injuries and such? Like,
I think Arsenal done it yesterday. Like, if it was me, like even today with my own coaching, I was down a few players. I still played the game. Arsenal, I would have played the kids if I was Arteta.
Did we have injuries, or was it injuries or
It
COVID?
was a cocktail thing.
Yeah.
Who in the Arsenal team had COVID though?
Odegaard, and I think there's someone else.
Smith Rowe.
So Odegaard and Smith all had it.
Yeah, the key players. There's injuries, AFCON, COVID. And like I was saying, when you pause
And
this
the
title,
suspension of Bennett.
suspension, I mean, it's real. COVID is, if you want to use it as an excuse, it's the ultimate excuse
Yeah.
to use. I mean, no one's, because you know, we're supposed to be fearful, because no one's going to question you saying, are you really telling the truth? I mean, people could maybe say, we might get to say, people say, show me proof of your negative test, because of the Liverpool scandal.
So that only one of them had COVID.
And you know, with these tests, there's a lot of false positives, so it's all messy. But
Wait,
COVID,
are Arsenal playing in Liverpool this week?
I think so, yeah. But at the end of the day, COVID is the ultimate excuse. If you want to make an excuse, if you want to use an excuse, it's the ultimate excuse. You can't, because you know the narrative is you can't question COVID, so you can't. I mean, that's the narrative they built through media, is all this blah blah blah. You can't question it. So people use it for their own. Even if people don't want to come to work and say COVID, you can't question me. Because you guys be saying you guys be
COVID.
No, because you guys be saying do this. You're supposed to be fearful of COVID. You cannot question me if I use it like in that manner, which people are gonna do and people have been doing.
At the end of the day, we're a football team with the product that you have. If you start like, how many COVID cases can you have before it becomes a scandal? Before they find out, you can't really dupe the stats that much because you're gonna eventually have to play. Like it's only like a 2-week window where they will give you their allowance, and after that, they will let you play. For example, the only team in the league which I just don't understand is like Burnley. Like them, I don't know how much COVID they've had. Like they've only played like, I think it's like 17 games, which is like 5 games behind, City on them. So they got a lot of games to catch up. So it's distorting them. You never know, because of those games in hands, where they fall in, they might get relegated because they might just have to play a lot of games in a short period of time. So hopefully, COVID, it passes. But
like Liverpool are known for like being a bit dodgy, though, aren't they?
Klopp is a Klopp's a top complainer, man.
Yeah, and like all their players have asthma.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, all their players have asthma, so you know what that means, isn't it? They're all using the inhaler, pumping themselves with steroids.
Hey, Klopp. I want him, Klopp.
He knows how to play the system.
He's been playing the system, but when it doesn't work for him, he complains about everything. He was complaining about the TV schedule a year back. He was complaining about COVID all the time. Complaining about Man United's penalties. Now Man United don't even get pens anymore. Hey, if he wants someone to complain, let Klopp do it, and then it will lead on. You know what Klopp's on. But anyway, they're out of the title race. I think the title race is done. I think yesterday finished it. So all these COVID excuses, they're out of the winner.
One striker.
I don't even think City how they haven't had a game suspended. I think they played the most games. They played 22, no games suspended. They're just ultra competent. That's it. Every game, you just know where you want to get. That's the blueprint of a good football team. Like every player they have is technically on it. Like if you're looking for future kids or future people, like just having 11 technically competent players is just the way to go. You know, you can build a team like that, but.
That's why I was upset that we cancelled our game, because why don't we give some of the kids some opportunities? And you never know, you might find
it's true.
Another technical player. Like everyone's screaming about Amari Hutchison and what's the other kid?
Patino.
Everyone's screaming about them. Throw them out there.
I think Patino played against Forest. I think he got a bit bullied. Physically. Obviously, but the thing is, when you're getting like, you need to play, so you find a way to, adapt. I think Arsenal issues is like, you don't want to rely on a guy like Nketiah.
Here's a question. With our shortage in midfield, would you sign Wilshere just for like a 2-3 month?
I know people were talking about that. Well, I don't know. What's Wilshere now? When's the last time
he trains with Arsenal.
I don't know.
I'm a big Wilshere fan. I think he's a quality player.
Better than Ramsey.
Okay, you can argue that. Yeah. Obviously, right now,
Wilshere with Ramsey.
Okay, wait. With his injury record and his lack of games being played, I don't know what level he's at right now. But technically, this natural ability, he's one of the most talented midfielders we've ever had at our club. However, it's all about impact and producing on the pitch. Would he be able to help us for a couple months? Technically wise, he can. Physically wise, I don't know. So,
but would Arteta even approve that signing? Because it's just such a way with, like, he just couldn't get a contract in the Championship. Like, how would you end up playing for? It's
not always apples to oranges. I mean, Championship, like you said, Patino, when he came up against Nottingham Forest, he got bullied. But then when he played the other game, Sunderland, he played well. I mean, those lower leagues are kind of more physical. When the game's more technical, it might suit him better.
But you saw him at West Ham. It was fairly inconsistent. Like, he didn't play a lot of games. Like, the thing with Wilshere is, like, he can be fit, but for how long will he be fit for? That's the question. That's the question with those kind of guys. Like, how long will he be fit? Well, I wouldn't mind. They said that Ramsey might be available as well. So would you take Ramsey?
I'll take Ramsey. Yeah.
What's up? Has he been injured again in Juventus?
No, they don't want him.
He doesn't play.
Because I'm assuming, I know Allegri didn't sign him as the manager. Who was it that signed him as the manager? I can't remember who the manager was.
I think it was before Perlo. No, it was Allegri.
Sorry, wasn't it?
Might have been Sorry that signed him.
Sorry, yeah.
So they changed the management. I mean, there's always space for Ramsey and Wilshere if they can play. If they get on the pitch, I would all trust them to play well, ideally. So, in the crisis, why not?
I don't mind playing Ramsey. I don't mind Wilshere. They're better than Xhaka. That's it. I don't know.
The Xhaka thing, like I was saying, in the spaces thing. Because it's weird, because Paul Merson was saying it. Every other man seems to love him. Plays, they don't get him out of the team.
Like McTominay.
Especially for Switzerland. He's their best player, pretty much. He might be one of their best players of all time. He might be their top 5. He might be their best player of all time. I don't know.
No, top 5.
Well, I don't know. Name me their players. I mean, there's Xhaka, Shaqiri.
Yeah, Hakim Yakin. Was that? Yeah, is it Hakim Yakin?
I'm not sure, but Xhaka's up there, and he seemed to be a better player for Switzerland than Shaqiri. Shaqiri should. That's what I'm saying. Shaqiri should have been that player. Shaqiri, when he first came out, was supposed to be. He was destined to become a world-class winger, which hasn't really materialized. But Xhaka, I mean, he all seems to play, but the pace of the game is their main issue. The Premier League English is rapid. It is quick, and if you got to handle that pace, no matter how good you are, you're gonna feel like you're gonna really struggle.
I don't feel it's the pace because, for example, Rodri's not. Would you say Rodri's faster than Xhaka? Not only
the pace, it's the pace and also making good decisions and being in the right position. But the pace, but it took Rodri a while. It took Cancelo a while. Some guys just can't adapt, and
The thing with Xhaka is good when he has competence. Xhaka is a sum of the parts with Xhaka. Like, if the parts around him are good, then Xhaka is good. But if there's anything lacking with the parts, if the plan around him is not good, he's not someone to make up your deficiencies. He will, in fact, increase the deficiency. Yeah, if there's a mistake there, he will make the mistake larger than life. Like, he won't, like, he can't compensate from it. If he gets on the wrong side, in fact, instead of him to not make a decision, he will decide to pull the guy or trip. Like, sometimes it's better to make no decision.
Gary Neville said that with Delict in Euros. He made a mistake, been out of position or whatever, got the wrong side, and he compounded that by fouling the guy, red card, penalty, or free kick, whatever.
Yeah, that's what he said. Young players do that.
Well, Jack is obviously
young players.
But because the guy, like you said, the guy can still miss. That Jota's touch was a bit heavy. I mean, whoever was holding by might have got there, Given was kind of there. He could have still missed, and thankfully we defended stoutly. We're able to sit out the 0-0, so we can, potentially win. Well, we're in a strong position to win the tie. Hopefully Salah doesn't come back. What did Egypt win then?
They won, Salah scored.
Okay, that's great then. Salah's going to go to play for at least the last game then. So, I mean, yeah.
Mane's going to be there to the final. Cameroon are looking good.
Senegal.
Yeah. Senegal are looking good.
Oh, speaking of Senegal, didn't that Balde Keita guy, he's getting the loose of bleaching his skin?
Again?
Who?
He looks light, fam.
Well, he looks proper light compared to what he's bleached his skin. I don't go down.
He looking.
Was it a Vibes Cartel type too?
He looked, but his knuckles are looking dark. Balde Keita, I remember one time I thought it was gonna be good.
He came when he comes from Spain.
Yeah, it's Spanish, isn't it? He played for Barca. That's been around.
That's probably a big reason why he bleached his skin. He probably got. I wouldn't be surprised he got.
That's what they say about Traore as well.
Traore bleached his skin.
They say he did because if you see him before,
definitely did bleach his skin. Like
he used to be dark.
Because I remember seeing him as a youth. He's not as obvious as Balde Keita, but they haven't seen the comparisons. I won't be surprised if Traore is one. He might bleach his skin, but I won't be surprised if he'll just good skincare routine. Like, you know what I mean?
The way, so he did the skincare on his whole body.
I won't be surprised. No, because Balde Keita one is evident. I didn't see this comparison side to side for Traore, but some guys, when you actually do a good skincare routine, you're actually lighter than
What's the skincare routine? Can you tell us?
I don't know.
This is a football pod, so
wash your face day and night. Exfoliate, they say, clean your skin.
Hey, give me soap and water.
Wash your face, is it?
King Mello, that's it. Giving you some top tips.